Hi everyone, and welcome to Manifest with Shannon. I'm Shannon, and in this reading we are going to take a look at a message that wants to come through, some important message that wants to come through right now for your situation, whatever that might be. We'll see when we look at the cards. So before you have three piles. So this is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. This is the Mystic Mondays Tarot deck. That's what that looks like. This is the Muse Tarot deck. That's what that one looks like. And this is the Light Seers Tarot deck. That's what that looks like. Okay. So down below you'll see the timestamps. You can choose which of these piles or draw you in. And if more than one pile draws you in, then there's probably messages in other piles. So do watch the other ones as well. So take a moment to gaze upon the piles and choose with your intuition. Take some deep breaths, and I will see you at your reading. Hello, pile 1. So you chose the Mystic Mondays Tarot deck. And this message is going to be an important message that wants to come through about the current situation that you're in. I want to see what universe, spirit guides, whatever resonates with you, whatever feels right to you. It's maybe a source energy or just your higher self, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to deal out 5 cards here, and we're going to get into your reading. I also have some oracle cards that we're going to get to at the end. Okay. 2, 4, 5. Yes. There we go. Okay. Ooh, on the back we have strength. Okay. First we're going to look at these, which will kind of be a general overview, and then we'll get to your tarot, and then we'll get to some oracle cards. So we'll put those off to the side. And let's take a look at these cards. So the first card that we have here is Magic card. This is the magic that surrounds you at the moment. Something that wants to, like, if you think of magic, it's just energy. It's something that wants to come through. It's something that it wants to, something you can work with right now, okay? And you have energy. A light inside my fire divine, energy fill me, make me shine. All right. Put that here. We also have the sun, joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, play. Okay. Next we have you're not for everyone, embrace your weirdness, face your true north. Right. Loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. I'll put that one here. Finally, insight. Number 13, if that is meaningful to any of you. Right. Okay, so what I'm getting here, it's like you've been putting your energy into something where it's like you're trying to fit in. I get the sense of a like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. Like I get the sense here that you were you're sending your energy to the wrong places. And you see over here it says loosen your grip. And then this one is you're not for everyone. So what I'm getting from these two cards is that, like in the sun, you have a bright shining energy. You're warm and you're loving. But perhaps your style of doing things or your way of expressing yourself, I think that you've had people criticize you in your past, want you to kind of look a certain way, and I get the feeling of maybe a mother who really wanted you to wear dresses and look really pretty, and if you're a girl or if you're a boy, wanted you to wear button-down shirts and always look handsome and always look well together, but you feel more comfortable in jogging pants, or you just don't like that kind of style that is expected of you. I get the sense of something is expected of you and you're trying to fit in, hoping that people will like you. I don't get like so much as I get more like you're afraid of rejection here. It's more like a fear of rejection. And this is saying just let go and be your weird self. It's okay. It's okay. Come over here to insight. I see you glowing from the inside out. You have this beautiful, it's like you're aligned and you're radiant, and you might be Christian or raised with Christian beliefs, but I feel this expansion in your heart. You're very loving people and sensitive, and I think because the reason why you're so afraid of rejection is because rejection really hurts for you. And for some people, rejection is a lot more intense than others. Some people, there's a certain kind of, I'm not saying that you have this, but there's a certain kind of condition people have where rejection is devastating for them. And I kind of get the feeling, though, that you do have you're very sensitive to rejection. And perhaps because, when you were younger, you were criticized and made to feel like you weren't good enough for something. But I really get the sense here of right now, you are trying to make something work. But it's like you have to pick up your energy and allow this inner you to shine through. But right now I feel like there's, if you see here, they're tumbling. There's these two figures tumbling, and I feel like you're worried that if you allow yourself to just kind of be who you want to be, then things in your life will fall apart. That you feel like you're free falling. So there's this sense of you needing to have real control over everything. But there's a light and a fire inside of you that really wants to come out. And that's with energy. Like a picking up of your energy and energy field inside of you that is really powerful and strong. And you see here the swirling energy. And here too, there's this swirling beautiful energy in you. You can't control that. If you try to control this energy, if you try to suppress it, it's going to make you feel really awful. It's like you have to let it out. And it's like a flower that needs to bloom open, And I feel like you're afraid to open yourself up because you're afraid of rejection. Totally understandable. But let's get to the tarot cards and see what else wants to come through regarding your situation. All right, so first we have, Three of Swords. Yeah, that's what I was feeling. Seven of Swords. Ten of Swords. I'm sorry, guys. We're going through some stuff. The Lovers. Judgment. Yes, I feel like you've been backstabbed and hurt. And probably, well, not probably, some of you were bullied. It also could be too regarding relationships, romantic relationships. Perhaps somebody was gaslighting you a lot. I feel like that there was some gaslighting. There's been bullying, control. You're afraid. There's a fear here of being hurt. But if you come over here to the Judgment card, this is sort of like looking into the future and the path that you want to go on, but also here's this chance to reflect on what has been and to see things for what they truly are. People who bully you and gaslight you and try to control you, it's important to see that it's not about you, that these people were cruel and they were controlling you because of their own hurt and their own inner struggles that they were going through, that they were projecting onto you. And to understand that a lot of what we meet with other people is a projection from their own hurt inner selves, the wounded inner child that we all carry around inside of us. And so if you see things in that way, the Judgment card is about putting things in perspective. It's about seeing things as they really are. And the Lovers is how you see yourself in comparison to other people. And it seems to me like this card for me is saying two different things. One is that perhaps you've been trying really hard to match other people. Like, become like them. I have a relative who every single partner that this person had, if they were a doctor, they wanted to also be a doctor. If they were a chiropractor, suddenly they wanted to be a chiropractor. And so every new relationship, this person wanted to be whatever that person was doing, never really landing on something for themselves. And I feel like that's kind of a situation that's happening here, where you're putting your energy and your light into other people when you have to realize that not everybody is going to be, you don't need to, they're not good for you always. And it's really not good to try and copy and emulate other people. It's really good to get inside yourself. You beautiful light inside of you. You are beautiful. And you just kind of need to know that about yourself. And because you've been hurt and betrayed here, and it just feels like I sense that there's this feeling like you're not ever going to meet somebody. Or it's just like this feeling, like again, with the Christian up here, I feel like there's a real judgment on you from your very religious family. That could be another thing as well. Or that similar kind of energy where you're expected to be a certain way. You're expected to look a certain way. You're expected to have certain kinds of friends and certain kinds of jobs. And this is just causing you so much pain because it's not who you are deep down. And you're having might be a bit of a crisis of faith happening here for some of you, but mostly you're feeling like you're seeing it for what it is. I feel like you're finally seeing it for what it is. You've been through a lot now and you've become a lot more wise, and you're starting to see that maybe I do matter. Maybe what I want to do actually does matter. Maybe my thoughts and opinions are valid. And I can see that you're starting to come out of that dark energy and into a much lighter energy where you're seeing people and who they are for who they are, and sending their energy back to them as well. And that's a bit of advice coming through here from the cards as well, is saying to send their energy back. Like, have that protection around you. I recently got a incense holder that is the Hamsa hand. Let me show it to you. Hold on here. So that's what it looks like. The Hamsa hand is used to ward off the evil eye and protection. And so, you know what, let's put this in your readings. And so as soon as I bought it, I felt so much lighter. It was amazing. Because I felt like I was being psychically attacked. I felt like somebody was putting the evil eye on me. And because there is somebody doing that. And as soon as I got this and have it in my room, I feel better. So I do get the feeling that some of you really do need to put some protection around you right now. And this is definitely one way. You can buy necklaces with the hemsahand, and you can also just look at, protective stones, protective, you know what, I think for you, because of how you were raised here, and I think a lot of you are raised with religion, protective prayer. Like prayer would be quite good for you. Now, if you reject it at all and you're completely, you just don't want any of that, just imagine, meditate, close your eyes in meditation position, and picture yourself like this, with this energy, the beautiful energy of the sun, golden light all around you, and feel gratitude. And just say to myself, I am protected. I am safe. Anyone who tries to cause me harm, it will only rebound right back in their face. Because the more you practice that, and the more you start to embrace that, you'll start to feel better. And I feel like you really need to stand out on your own now. It's time for you to stand out on your own. Because a lot of people have been really sneaky and underhanded with you, and you trusted them, and they just stabbed you right in the back. That's what I feel. And so now you're kind of going through this time where you're evaluating your relationships, and you're evaluating the people you have in your life, and I think that you're going to be starting to be a lot more discerning. And the cards and your spirit guides are also asking you to be more discerning, and they're helping you. You have help here, okay? You're not alone. And to embrace that sometimes we have to strip ourselves clean of a lot of people. I certainly have had to do that. So I understand how it can feel, but it's important. And then good new people can come into your life. People that will treat you with respect, because you deserve to be treated with respect here. Okay, I'm going to grab some of these oracle cards to get some more info. I also feel like you need to sit in your energy and sit in the sun. Like the sun is going to infuse really good energy into you. Like it's going to help. Because I feel like you're really hurt right now. And it's speak up. This is the throat chakra here. We'll just grab these two. Okay. Base chakra. So yeah, you're dealing with a sense of security, having your needs met, and speaking and standing up for yourself. So yeah, I feel like if you speak up more and if you tell people what you really think and you speak it from your authentic truth, no one is going to be able to cause you harm. I mean, yeah, people can try, but I don't think you'll be attracting that anymore. And I feel like this is what your guides want to come through right now with love and say, like a big hug. I feel a big hug. Like you need one because you've been trampled on by others. And a lot of that had to do with you just wanting to be liked and trying to fit in to a situation or with people that weren't good for you. Okay, let's grab some more cards here. Let's keep it going. But I really feel like the strong, beautiful, warm, loving energy inside of you that really wants to come out. It's just going to take some work on your part to really accept that it's safe for you to speak your truth, to say the things you mean, to stand up for yourself. And while some people are not going to be very receptive to that, especially if they're family, it doesn't matter. What can they possibly do? Think of it like that. What is the worst thing that this person could possibly do other than just be mean? Right? Nobody has power or control over you. And if they do, you really need to cut them out and find your own way and your own path. And I don't feel like, I don't get any of that codependency vibe in here. What I feel in here is somebody who, I feel like the pile one, you've been very hurt by people who've backstabbed you. And I feel like it had a lot to do with you trying to fit into a culture or an idea or some kind of values that just didn't line up with who you really are. But now you're going to see people for who they really are. And that is going to help you on your path to finding better friends. This is what it really comes down to. You need better friends. Okay. You and your loved ones are safe. It is safe. That's what I got from the base chakra card. It is safe for you to speak your mind. It is safe for you to step into your true power, your true self. There's a lot of anxiety happening in here because I feel fear around you being your authentic true self and speaking your truth. You're afraid because of what has happened to you before. And I feel people did some awful things and it's made you feel insecure and unsafe. And I feel like you're naturally very happy, beautiful, warm, and loving people. I feel like that, but you're trying so hard to make other people happy that you're worried that if you cross somebody, they might hurt you. But this is saying no. They don't have that kind of power. You're safe, okay? Next, don't let your past hold you back. Yes. You know, you've dealt with some real a-holes in the past and they did some awful things to you. And for some of you, this was family, okay? And some of you, this was family, and some of you, you're dealing with the pain and the betrayal of your own family. And it's really tainted your view of yourself and how you see others and relationships. But this is saying it doesn't need to. You are safe. They don't try to put this into words. You don't belong to them. You're not their property. You're yourself. You stand on your own, is what I want to say. Your mind and your consciousness and your body and your self-expression and your human life is your own. You have autonomy. They might threaten you, but they're empty threats. Okay? A new romantic cycle begins. So some of you actually been hurt in romance. Like maybe you were married and the person you were married to had affairs or backstabbed you. I get the sense of like some people that might have been scammed too. Maybe you were scammed by somebody you trusted. Your sense of being who you are authentically has really been, like I sense that it's been challenged through other people acting in terrible ways. But this whole reading is saying, like, you know, you are a beautiful, radiant, beautiful, happy soul here. And you have something to say that's important. And that has to come out. You have to let it out. You're not gonna, nothing in your life is gonna fall apart by you standing up for yourself. people might fight you on it, especially if it's family. Okay, if you're dealing with family, that's hard, I get it, but they don't have power over you. They don't have power over you. All right. I'm going to get a few more cards here. Continue the reading. But yeah, I really feel like there's some new friends, new relationships coming in. This is very much a relationship reading. And I don't do love readings at all, but I feel in this pile 1 here, that this is very much about you finding new relationships that are going to be your better match. And you're finding now that you have a better judge of character of people. You've had so much experience with these kind of backstabby, two-faced people now. You're feeling a lot more, you have better judgment, is what I want to say. Better discernment in who you choose to be in your life. And things are really looking up for you. That was the other thing, like with the new romantic cycle, you're getting balanced out. And all that stuff is in the past. All this stuff happened before. Now it's time to look to the future and to feel like that you can make plans and that you can be yourself. Dye your hair orange if you want to. I think some of you want to do that. Get a tattoo if you want to. Pierce your nose if you want to. Wear loud colors if you want to. Do what you want. Other people don't have a say. You have autonomy. Okay. Voice. This has come up twice. There is something really important that needs to be said here, and I feel it has a lot to do with feminine or female empowerment, whether you're a man or a woman, doesn't matter. And it has to do with you speaking about it, whether you write about it or talk about it, or getting the sense of somebody, like an actual speaking, blogging or something, where maybe it's okay. So some of you might actually want to start something like that. Maybe you have an idea to speak about something or start something, but you're kind of worried that people won't like it. This is saying, just speak. You're not for everyone. Doesn't matter. Just follow your path. Follow your path. Love. A new romantic cycle begins. You're getting to find new people in your life who will really love you. Okay? For some of you, it is romantic. For others, it's just finding friends who have your back, who will love you, and will treat you with respect. Okay, let's do one more. Oracle cards and get our last message here. I also feel like you have a lot of love to give, and you've been holding it a little back because of the pain from the past. But this is saying, let your love out. You have a lot of, you really work from your heart. You're a very heart-based person, and that's why you've been, why you've been feeling the way you've been feeling, and why, you have a hard time opening up. And that's because you've been hurt by these people before. And this is saying, like, let that go. There's a whole new cycle starting for you. And I get January just popped into my head. New year, new you. I kind of feel like that. New year, new you. Some new things are coming in. Yeah. So I feel like you're going to start meeting people who are who are just as weird as you are, or will accept your weirdness and you'll accept theirs. It'll be very reciprocal relationships. Nourish the shadow. Okay. Yeah, that's the Ten of Swords here, you're kind of at the end of a really difficult cycle that you've been in for a while. And now is time to kind of really do a shadow deep dive here to you need to work through some of the pain from the past so you can really move forward and find new relationships. And what will really help is to work with that, work with the shadow. Yeah. I have shadow readings, so if you want to check that out on my channel, you can check out, we just did one, actually, it was a double reading with a friend. And there's another one as well if you want to look at a shadow reading. But yeah, it's time to journal prompting would work well for you as well. Let's do one more. Self, worth, love, value, respect. See? This is your guides just saying that universe saying that you are lovable just as you are. You do not have to fit in or change for anybody. You are perfect just as you are. You might feel alien. I get the feeling that you have that sense that you don't really fit in here. You kind of feel like an alien. And that's okay. That's normal. A lot of us do. And I feel like you've tried to fit in. You've tried to be like a chameleon, just trying to change to fit into its environment to feel safe. But this is saying you are safe. You don't have to worry. You don't have to try to change your stripes to fit in. You don't need to, okay? A zebra has stripes, not polka dots. You don't need to try and look like you have polka dots. Just wear your stripes with pride. It's what I feel very strongly for this reading. And know that you are worthy of love, and that love is coming to you. A whole new beginning is waiting for you. And now is a really good time to work on that shadow self, do the shadow work, to heal the parts of you that are still really sad and sore, the soreness from before, so that you can really flourish. And that will make your new relationships all the more better when you've really tried to heal your past and the shadow work. All right, thank you so much for joining me. If you resonate with this reading, please do subscribe. I'd love to have you back. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought, and I hope to see you again. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye now. Hi Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the Muse Tarot deck. I'm going to shuffle out the cards right now. We're going to look at these ones first. We're looking at a message, an important message that wants to come through regarding your situation. So we're going to, like I said, see those in first, and then I've got some other oracle cards that we're going to look in after to get a little bit more message here. Let me see what wants to come through from your spirit guides, universe, whatever we want to call it. Okay. On here. 4, 5, 6, 7 want to come through for you. 5 for the first pile. It's okay. Alright, so I'll put these here for now. And we'll take a look at these ones first. Okay, so the first card is kind of like the magic that surrounds you right now, the energy you can work with. Magic is just energy. We have grace. Grace, blessing, come to me to set me free. Next we have, you had these two come out for that one. We have messenger, serious energy, bring harmony and balance. The bloom, creations realize, right time, harvest, celebrate. sacred waters, nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, self-care. Finally, create space. All right. So you've been hustling. That's how I feel. You've been hustling a lot. You've been praying to Jesus that something comes to fruition. I guess some of you are trying to make it as singers or entertainers of some kind. We have stand-up comedians or speaking gigs, whatever the case. I feel like you're trying really hard to make your career happen, make something happen. You're trying to, you're hustling. And I feel with this card here, Grace, the 3 women dancing, I really feel that it's time for you to just let go and let God is the expression. You've done the work. You've done what you can do. Now it's time for some self-care. Now it's time for you to rest and let it come. It'll come when it's supposed to come. I know, like, if you really feel an energy here of pushing through and pushing. But if you push yourself to the part of burnout, you're just gonna put out crap. You know, your work is gonna not be as good. This is like, it's time to take a step back. It's time to take the spa, go on a little vacation. If you can, maybe go to some tropical beach or something. If not, just like take a break and just have trust that things will bloom in the right time. You need to carve out some space for yourself and to allow a little bit more spirituality into your life. I feel like you've been a little more 3D-ish, you know, pushing, hustling, but now it's like it's time to take a step back and rest, rejuvenate, and allow things to bloom when they're meant to bloom. You can't make a flower grow faster than it's going to grow. It's going to grow when it's going to grow. And that's kind of feel like here. You're trying to push too hard, and it's like time to step back and allow it to bloom. It doesn't mean to quit what you're doing. Like as a singer, you don't have to stop singing. But this is saying, like, stop pushing. And allow some time now to replenish yourself. Allow things to grow on their own. And I feel like you need to give yourself some grace. I feel like you're obsessively pushing with this thing. And now it's time to allow yourself to have some rest. And I really feel like in dream times, especially, you're gonna have vivid dreams. Some messenger might come through for you in dreams. And I also feel like a blessing in your throat chakra, like that throat, singing or speaking. It's about singing or speaking something to fruition, and about you allowing that time, creating some space to allow it to bloom. I think some of you have experienced a bit of success already, and now it's like it's time to sit back and evaluate. Let's take a look at the tarot cards. The Hermit. As the first card to come out, we have the Hermit. Seriously, it's time to do some self-reflection. It's time to withdraw from the outside world and go inside yourself and make some time for yourself. I mean, if you're watching this when I put it out, which is when's this going to come out? End of November. So we're right near the holiday season, so now it's time to just kind of enjoy yourself. Like, but any time of year you're watching this, it's time to just have a little bit of a break to enjoy yourself and to do some reflection. Like, I get that it's time that some of you can make an altar and to allow that sacred energy into your life. Instead of trying so hard to manifest and push, now it's time to be open to receiving. The Hanged Muse. I mean, come on. these cards be any more direct? Like, yeah, hang out for a bit. Like, it's time to hang out for a bit. And for some of you, you might be in a place where you're kind of stuck and you don't know how to move forward. And if that's the message, it's like, that's because you're supposed to take a break and you're supposed to be inside yourself. You're supposed to be hanging out, seeing things from a different perspective. And that perspective will come when you allow yourself the time to spend with yourself. Justice. Look at these major arcana cards. If you see this card, it's like a pod breaking through and the person coming out. Yeah, you just need some time for things to balance out so that you can blossom. You can't push this awakening, my good God. These are all so powerful, these cards. All major arcana cards. This is like very big message here to answer the call and to surrender right now. You really need to like surrender to the process. That's the message. Strong surrender. King of emotions, muse of emotions. Yeah. It's time to surrender. To allow things to balance out, to feel this. I really get this, too, over here, the sacred waters. Water is very important conduit for you right now. Spending time in water, meditating in water, having lots of baths or simply showers if that's what you prefer. Just water is really important. Maybe if you can get to a body of water near your house where you live, that will really be beneficial to you. There's messages waiting for you by the water or in the water. Water is a conduit for many people for hearing messages, and I feel like that is where you need to be. That's where you're going to feel more balance. Okay. The Hierophant, my God. It's so interesting. It's all major arcana cards. And the Star. Every single one, with the exception of that one, is a major arcana card. Grief. Okay. This is such a powerful message. Yeah, you just need to give yourself some grace here. It's time to see things from a different perspective. You need healing time now. And a lot of you are going to be very successful at what you're doing, okay? You can't push any more than you've already pushed. You can't go any further right now. You have to surrender to this process. You have to surrender to this time and allow things to come when they're going to come. It's like it's time for you to be receiving information. It's time for you to be open to receiving. There's a message that wants to come through. And again, it's time to read books, like books on things that are to do with spiritual books, or books about not self-help, but self-actualization. So that would be really good for you right now. Just taking some time in the quiet to read and rest your voice. Let's grab one of these cards. I'm amazed at how many major arcana cards you have here. It's like you're going through a really big point in your life, and I think that you've had a lot of time to have to actually think about this. You've been trying and you've been pushing, and things haven't been happening the way you want, or you've made your life so busy trying to get the things that you want that it's now time to stand back and allow things to come to fruition. It's like you're guaranteed success here. This is going to happen. You are going to be successful. This is your calling. Whatever it is that you're working on, it's your calling. But you also need to give yourself a chance and some time to allow it to come to fruition, to allow things to balance out. because I feel like you're not in balance right now. And if you were to get everything you wanted now and you weren't in balance, it could be very bad. Like you could not be able to handle, you can, if you get all the success at once, and then you can end up sabotaging yourself or burning out. And we don't want that. We want you to be successful, and you're going to be. Okay. So your pile just is this talkative one. Okay. I just sense there's something you want really badly. And this is saying, it's coming. Create space for it now. You can't push any further. You have to be open to receiving. Discontent and boredom. Let's put that there. Victory and success. I told you. Okay. Trapped in fear. You're worried it won't happen though. Patience. See what I tell you. You need to be patient. You're worried a lot that what you want is just not coming. And it's like you're bored waiting. Or you just, that's one, for some of you, and for some of you it's like you're afraid to be bored. You're afraid if you give yourself time to integrate these energies, to alchemize all of this manifestation that nothing will happen. But it's almost like you see the trumpeter here going, do, wake up. Don't worry about it. Stop doubting yourself because you're worried that things aren't going to happen. It is. Success is guaranteed here. You have the star and you have this. You will be successful. You will be in the limelight. It's destined for you. So many emerging arcana cards are telling me it's destined for you. But there are messages that want to come through from your spirit guides, and you need to be open to receiving them. And you need to have some patience. This is another major arcana card. That's Temperance. It's time for you to have some patience. And allow things to come when they're meant to come. Let's do numerology first. I'm going to get some more tarot cards. Yes, that's again, like you see, she's got the seed. It's that same analogy of what I said before, where like you plant a seed, you can't make it grow any faster than it's going to grow. You have to allow time for it to come, and now is the time to really connect to yourself and to evaluate where you've been and where you're going, because things in your life are about to change. You are going to be successful at this. But Spirit wants to work with you. It wants to work with you and come through. You have to make space for that to occur. Okay, so be it. You are the pile that needs a lot of encouragement. Okay. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. What did I say? What did I say? The cards don't lie. You need to create space for some spirituality. You can't keep pushing. Right now is the time. This is the time. Like the messages that want to come through. Okay, and it's you need to be open to receiving and just trust this. Okay, this is a powerful message coming through here. You're guaranteed. I see stardom in your future here, like for whatever you're doing. I see it happening for you. But right now is the time for you to make space for this. Okay. Be bold and make the first move. This is about connecting to Source. Okay? It's about connecting to Source. It's time to start doing it. It's like you're not letting it in. And it's asking you to let it in. Okay. We have the energy is gaining momentum. So you've been trying to make something manifest, and I think a lot of you it hasn't been, but very soon it's going to. So before the totality of it comes rushing in, now is a good time to evaluate your life and to really connect with Source, because this whole reading is just Source saying, please connect with us. This is time. Like, take a break and sit by a stream or sit by some water and really meditate and connect. Nothing is yet set in stone. So stuff is happening, stuff is changing, so you just kind of need to be patient here. Time for patience. Communication is key. It's all about, again, it's just about you communicating to your higher self. This is communication to Source is the key to right now, because you're very close to achieving your goal. Yep. I love your reading. It's just, I love it when tarot works this way. It's like very clear. And all of the cards come out are just saying like exactly what needs to be said. And that is that you really need to connect with Source. Source is waiting for you. There's a message waiting for you. The only way you're going to hear it though is to give it a chance to come through. Take a break for a minute and stop fighting it. And I also feel too with the disconnecting boredom that maybe you are having a bit of a lull point at this time, and you're kind of, it's freaking you out a little bit, and maybe you're just doing things to distract yourself, like, I don't know, scrolling through social media, or just watching mindless TV instead of taking that time to actually work on up-leveling your spiritual self and tapping into your higher self. Let's try again here. Like there's a bit of avoidance happening to spiritual work. Again, 4. The first pilot was just 2, so violet flame. Okay, so this is telling me that you have all been going through a big upheaval change. You went through a dark night of the soul. Just a long period of time where you haven't seen the results that you want to see. And so now you're freaking out about it, and this is like, relax. You're close to achieving your goal. Now is the time to work with spirit, okay? Power. You are very powerful manifestors, and that's what you need to realize. You're also very powerful in your spiritual work. You're very powerful gifts, spiritual gifts. And these gifts are now gaining power. That's why you have the violet flame coming up whenever you're going through an up-leveling. And let me tell you something. And I've been going through this, and when I've been listening to other people, it's happening all for a lot of people right now who are actively, trying to make things manifest and stuff. You're starting to come into your own power, and you're starting to have experiences, messages wanting to come through, and connections, and strange things happening. And that is your spirit guides and God and whatever you want to call it trying to connect with you. And it's happening to a lot of us right now. We're being pushed ahead fast. So you really want to be in that really good connected high space with your higher self and with source energy before this success, this what you want to come in. This is how you'll find balance. This is for your own good. Okay, what's happening is for your own good. Take this time now to really connect, like, because I feel this so strongly. I know you're worried that you're not going to get your manifestation. This is saying this time is meant for you. Okay. Divinity. Wow. Yeah, I told you. I feel very emotional with this reading because I really feel this myself. I've been the connections and a lot is really ramped up lately for a lot of people, and I feel like it is for you too, but you really have to pay attention right now. It's important. It's very important because you have a really important work that you're doing, and you need to be ready for it, and the only way you're going to be ready for it is if you're working with spirit. That's what I feel very strongly. Right order, yes, so everything needs to be in the right order. Things are happening, like have some faith, trust, it's okay. It's happening, you've done really good work. You don't have to push so hard. Now you can step back a little bit and take some time for yourself to, some self-care. but I feel messages are coming through. You might actually say things sometimes, and you're like, why did I just say that? That might not actually be a message. Or somebody will say something to you, especially if it's somebody you don't know, and they'll say something to you, like maybe on the street or on a bus or somewhere, and you'll be like, what? And then you'll realize that that was a message for you. Okay? But I get that it's time. 4. Wow, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 4 months. And some of you 4 years. Depending on how far you are along here. Some of you have been doing this for 4 years. 4 is significant. Okay. Sacred boundaries. Yes. See? This is about you taking that time for yourself. Sacred time for yourself. To gather your own power here. The illusion. Get that you're like the shark. That looks like a brain to me, and there's a shark. And you're not wrong. That's what I feel like. You feel like you're wrong, and you have to, there's a darkness inside you that you think, but there's not. It's all in the right order. It's okay. I don't know why I had to say that, but I feel some of you are, you're worried about your own thoughts. It's just about it's now is the time to like, look at that. The tiger is attacking the shark. The tiger is creating boundaries. We're in the year of the tiger, aren't we? Going into the year of the rabbit. But the shark is the illusion. There's nothing there. You're safe. Your mind is fine, you know? I feel like your mind is your enemy. Or you think it is, I mean. Like your thoughts are out to get you or something like that, but it's just not the truth. You just need to take some time to really connect with Source and allow that energy to come in and shine a light on you. And that will really help with any kind of intrusive thoughts. That's what I want to say. It's like intrusive thoughts that you've been having. Okay. Inner truth. Face your fear. Yeah, that's... Birds? Okay. So crows are messengers from the underworld, and the key here, the key in the crow, is allowing that part of yourself out, a kind of more dark side that you've been maybe a little bit afraid of. And because the truth is you're safe, you're quite smart, quite wise. You know what's what. You're very powerful. Owls are going to be significant, and so are crows and cats. I had an owl visit me recently. So if you have any kind of animals visiting you that are odd, like for example, hummingbirds, it may be significant for you if you don't see them all the time. But if you have a hummingbird feeder, then naturally hummingbirds are going to be around. And so we want to look for signs that are unusual. Like I haven't seen an owl ever, not once in my life. All of a sudden, one lands on my roof in the morning, at the same time an alarm was beeping. My alarm was kind of beeping. It was a trouble light, and that was a very clear message for me. So it was the type of owl that landed too. It was a barred owl. Barred owls provide protection, is what I looked it up, and that's what it said, because of the type of owl, they're thought to bring protection. And what does an alarm do? It protects you from intruders. The trouble light was on. It was letting me know you're protected from trouble. And I had some trouble come in the month. And I felt much better. Like and that's the thing. Look for animals that are unusual. Like, for example, I'll give you another example. We had a grasshopper that kept coming back in our house. We don't get grasshoppers here very much, but this grasshopper was relentless. Like, we put it back outside, and it would come back, and it kept coming to my children's room because the grasshopper had a message. And so whatever animal or bug or any kind of thing from nature that it's weird and unusual, like, that's odd, you'll know, right? I mean, like, I've never seen a coyote before. What the heck? And suddenly you're seeing coyotes everywhere. They have a message. So just look it up and then you'll figure out what it is. But I do feel like you need to look out for animal messengers. And they might come in your dreams too. Okay, I think that's what I have for you now. Do leave a comment. I'd love to know what you thought of this reading, and subscribe to my channel if this resonated with you. I'd like to have you back. Like and share the video if that would help me as a creator, support my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye now. Hi Pile 3 and welcome to your reading. So in this reading we're going to look at a message that wants to come through from your higher self, universe, source, whatever you want to call it, about your situation that you're in right now. So wherever you're at in your current life path, something that you've been think about working on, or whatever the case. This is a message that wants to come through. Okay. So these are some oracle cards we're going to get first, and I have some other oracle cards that we're going to look at after. Okay, so first I'm going to deal out your tarot cards, and then we'll get started. Last pile, 7, but first pile 5, I'm going to stick to 5. Alright, so we'll look at those in a moment. Now let's take a look at this. So this card is, first card is kind of like your magic card. The energy, oops, so sorry, I'll bump that, the tripod. So this is energy that wants to come through, and these cards will give us an overview of the situation, and the message, the overall energies. Sensuality. Your freedom flowing from far away. I dance, I love, I laugh, I play. Okay. I really strongly sense with that card that you're very sensitive, and like you really need to use all 5 of your 6 senses right now in your body. Actually, I kind of feel like you're more out of your body people. Now it's time to come into your body and into your environment and to feel sensual. Portal. Doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild card. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? We are nature, becoming grounded, embodiment, living in connection. And light beings. Okay, so yeah, what I'm sensing is just a real need to come down to earth and come into your body. I feel like you have a lot of gut feelings and you might be ignoring them. So you'll feel like butterflies in your stomach. You just feel a sense, you get your senses from your stomach. or your solar plexus area, where you feel something isn't right. You feel it in your gut, and you really got to start trusting your gut, because a lot of doors are going to be opening to you soon, and in order for you to know which one is going to be the best one for you, and I feel like you're going to have a lot of great choices, by the way, but I feel like you really need to tap more into the sensations of your body, because I feel like you feel like you're not really connected to your body, and this is telling me that you really need to find that connection to your body. Come down to earth, come into your body. Some of you might actually connect with star seeds and being a star seed, and so you might, some people feel like their skin, it's like your body is skin suit, you know, and you don't feel comfortable in it, but this is asking you to be really comfortable in your own body, that you're here, you're on earth. It's time to be one with earth and really grounded. It's time for you to get grounded, to tether yourself. Okay, so let's take a look at these tarot cards and see what else wants to come through for you. Message. Hanged Man. Seven of Wands. Death and Rebirth. Two of Cups. And the Hermit. Okay. Yeah, I get the sense that a lot of you like to spend time on your own. Loners. Because you enjoy the company of yourself. And you have a hard time connecting with other people. It's that sense of the, like, you don't really feel like you belong here. The starseed thing. And that's the sevens too. The seven is a card of individuality. It's connecting to source. It's also people who tend to like to be more alone. And I sense that it's time, and you like that time alone, and you have a hard time connecting to other people. So this reading is talking about finding that connection through your body and coming into your body, and yeah, I feel like for you it feels painful to come down into your body and to try and fit in and change here and to connect to other people. Like but a sacred connection is coming in. A sacred connection is coming in, and it's coming after a time of feeling stuck. So I feel like you're right now in the middle of going through a real change, and you're starting to connect more, and you're starting to be more grounded, and that you're wanting to connect with more people, but you like things to be more intimate, and I think things have been a little hard, like you've had to put up a wall around to protect yourself. And this seems like to let your guard down a little bit here, because new relationships and people want to come in. And you can always find time to be on your own. You don't have to worry about that. This is a time for you to really connect with yourself, with your senses, the senses of your body. Touch, smell, especially touch, but the internal sensations too. There are those little sensations in our bodies, and I feel like those sensations have a lot of meaning for you. You feel that's how you get, and your intuition is felt in your body. And yeah, so you're going through big changes in your life right now. If you haven't yet, you're going to be soon. And so a lot of things might be occurring that are denser energies. I feel some denser energies that you've been trying to wonderfully transfer. I mean, you're very connected to a higher source. Like this is gifts. Like, you have healing abilities. You are very powerful, and you have a very strong sense of knowing things. And so this is saying that difficult part of your life where you've had to really put up defenses and try to keep yourself safe is coming to an end now. You're going to start having a lot more meaningful heart-based connections. I feel a real connection to pile 1 here. So if you felt drawn to pile 1, you might want to take a look at that. But regardless, I really feel like community is the answer to you right now. And you get grounded in nature. Sitting at the base of a tree or hugging a tree would be really good for you, I feel. And paying attention to your dreams right now as well. I feel like you're very connected to the stars. And if you connect with the star seeds, so you're likely you feel like not at home in your own body, but this is saying like it's time to really trust your body and trust what it's telling you, and to feel at home in your own body, because it's your communication device. Think of it that way. Yeah. So okay, so let's see. Your hard work is paying off, and show the world the real you. Yeah. Let's put that there actually. And last one. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Yeah, that's what I felt like. You've been kind of going through some challenges. You've had to protect your energy. I felt like you've really had to protect your energy. And so maybe you've been isolating yourself, but now you can come out of isolation. You're starting to really come into your own body and feel more grounded and down to earth. So if you've had that, maybe you've been struggling, and like that was for a reason, and the reason why is so that you can be highly developed and attuned to your body. Your sensations of your body are very important for communication. Okay. Okay. I'll take them. The last pile I wanted 4 as well. Violet Flame, that was the last pile. Yeah, you've been going through a dark night of the soul. That's what I felt up here. The 7 of Wands and the Hangman. You've been kind of stuck feeling for a while. Having to kind of feel like you have to defend yourself and protect, or rather put a protective bubble around yourself, protecting your energy. Okay, surfacing. There's a lot of senses inside of you surfacing, and that's why the trust the niggle, it's like, and coming into your body is so important right now. And showing the world the real you. Like, you really need to be authentically yourself at this moment, because you're going through a big transition. And yeah, like I thought with the door, like a lot of opportunities are starting to come your way, and they're starting to bubble up to the surface now. And when you're inside your body and you're really connected and grounded, you'll know which opportunity to take. You have to trust that intuition you get, and you get your intuition through the senses of your body. Storm. Yes, you've been through a storm. Yeah, you've been through the storm, and you might still be in it, but it's coming out. You're coming out of this now, okay? You're now here, and you're coming out into this new, happier place. Manifest. Yes, you're manifesting some pretty important things right now. And you've been trying to do this for some time. And this is confirmation that it's about to blossom. And you're about to connect with others who are going to be on the same path as you, who are going to want the same things as you. They're going to be very aligned with you. And again, you're just going to know, because you're going to know who's who and what's what, because you're going to be a lot more tuned in now. That's why you went through all that difficult time. You went through all that difficulty because because that's how you needed to come down to earth and into your own body and to really feel connected to and know what's coming. Pile 2 also means, all 3 piles have a thread in it. And the thread is of having gone through something really hard, and you're now starting to come out and manifest the things that you want. But each message is a little different. In this one, it's about coming down to earth and into your body and really appreciating your senses. Inner truth. That came out in the last pile. It's like, again, that's what your body tells you. You're very wise, very knowing, very, very clear people, like very powerful souls here. And when I remember doing your pile, actually, this is the one that I felt a lot of chatter, very powerful energy surround you. You're very protected. Okay. Manifestation through gratitude. Yeah, it's kind of this feeling like you've been through a lot lately, but it was for your own good, because you're starting to come into your own now, and you're starting to feel more grounded, and you're going to feel like grateful that you went through all of this. I feel like 2 more actually. Same, nourish the shadow in the last one. I thought that was the same. And master manifester. You're getting everything. Okay. All of you, everything you've been trying to do, a whole bunch of doors are opening up to you soon. You're the master manifester now, because you're coming into your own body, and it's very much about sensuality. Loving your body is going to be really key right now. Feeling gratitude for your body, feeling, no matter how you think about it, no matter when you look in the mirror, regardless of what you see, too thin, too small, too bony, too old, too wrinkly, too flabby, too whatever. We love to put all of these criticisms of our body. If your body, maybe you're disabled and your body just doesn't work well for you, but there's a need to appreciate your body regardless of what you think of it, because that's the body you have. That's your vessel. Care for your body. And the biggest way to care for your body is to get into nature, especially trees, a forest. Hugging trees, sitting at the base of a tree and meditating. And just feeling really grateful for everything in your life. Because you're about to manifest everything. And now is the time. You've been through the shadow and you're coming out. And so you need to nourish yourself right now by nourishing your body and being sensual and loving who you are in your body. Loving your body. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Do leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you thought, and subscribe to my channel if my my style of reading resonates with you. Like and share to support this channel, support creators. I'd be very grateful myself. So thank you so much for joining me. Bye now.